welcome back. It's finally the third part of the flea market haul videos that you guys have been watching. If you missed the first two hauls, I will link them down below for you. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Christine of Side Street Market. I'm a part-time Etsy reseller, and I also have two shops in a local vintage mall. So what I have today, like I said, is the final part of a large flea market haul shopping trip I did in June. And I broke it into three just to make the videos a little easier for you guys so they're not so long. And I actually have a couple of Goodwill items thrown in here at the end too from a little side thrift I did. So let's just dig right in and see what treasures I got. So the first thing is this piece by Mackie Ceramic Molds Inc. 1982. So this was from a mold company, one of those paint ceramic stores where you could pick pieces to paint. This would have sat on top of, this would have been a lid for a jar, and it would have had a base that was the same pattern as the top here. But I just thought even alone this was still super cute. This would be great nursery decor, or it'd be great as a cake topper or in a bridal shower. So I went ahead and I picked this up, and this will be going in my Etsy shop. You could see where it was attached to something originally on the bottom there, and it's signed 1982. So then I also got these guys, which are just super duper cute. They're called, I believe, piano babies. I don't know if these are left in. They do not have any markings on the bottom, so I have to do some research. These may be a knockoff, but I'm going to check into that and see, and they will either end up in my vintage booth or on my Etsy shop. I just couldn't pass them up sitting on the shelf. They were so cute. And if you see me looking at the side here, I have a TV so I can make sure I'm getting these guys in shot for you and you can see what they look like. And these are in great condition. They have no damage. Look at that smirky face. I just love the face. So I got those guys. And then I picked up this little fella. He's a planter, and he looks like a little leprechaun. But really it's just a little vintage guy with his flowers over here. Where is it? There. And he's just, you know, waiting for his date on the log. It's got a great green patina. The bottom says hand decorated, and it says a creation by CCC, and then it looks like Cobra, but I haven't been able to find this anywhere online. I've tried looking it up. So this one I am going to put in my vintage booth because I'm trying to, in my booth I'm trying to do a little planter section and salt and pepper shakers, and so this will be cute in there. This one won't go online. Plus it's so fragile. I'm a little worried about shipping this one. That's why it's not going in my Etsy. There's that guy. And then, if you don't know, like I mentioned, I have an Etsy shop and the link is below, and I have a section called Clowning Around. Now, I don't particularly like clowns. Like, I don't do the It movies and stuff like that. My husband loves to watch that. But I've been finding some clowns that don't bother me. So I started a little section called Clowning Around where I have vintage clowns, banks, circus stuff. And I found this guy at the flea market that will be going in there. And he actually came, and I haven't tried it out, with a light setup. So it came with a bulb and everything. I haven't tried it though because it's ceramic. I wasn't sure how that would work out, but I will give it a shot, and then this guy will be in my Etsy shop in my Clowning Around section. Just having a good time. So there's that. And then I got two glassware pieces. And these are vintage, I think they're called juice decanters. One has its lid, one does not. So I have one that's the traditional orange pattern. The bottom says USA, 3 liter. And this one does no longer has its plastic stopper. And pardon if you guys see red spots on my arms. I was back at the flea market and I thought my mosquito spray was going to work, and it didn't. So that's all that is if you see that. So anyway, I thought this was a great one. And I'm not sure yet if these are going to go in my vintage booth or on my Etsy, because they are a little heavy for shipping. So I'm undecided, but this one is great, this strawberry one, and it's not a strawberry shortcake. I know that there are a bunch of strawberry shortcake themed ones out there. This is just regular strawberries. It reminds me of the wild strawberry pattern that you see on a lot of stoneware. This one also says USA on the bottom. I think this one just says 27 though, it doesn't say liters, and this one had its cap still. So I thought those were a great buy, especially with the summertime for all your juices. And then now, if you've been following my haul videos, a while back I had a picking haul, and I think this was in it. I had found a single bookend train. It might be in one of my hauls, I'm not sure. But anyway, so when I found that, it was made in Japan. It was one lone bookend. And then I was at the flea market, and someone had the set of the train bookends that are made in Japan. They are redware, which means that they're made from red clay and they are painted black. They say Japan on the back. And what's nice about these is the red is still painted on there, and they're still gold. So these will definitely be going in my Etsy shop, and that single one that's in my Etsy now may be coming down and just going to my vintage booth. I mean, these still have the felt on the bottom too. There's only one spot that looks like, let's see, it was damaged at some point and touched up, but you can't notice it. So these are definitely a great addition to my Etsy shop. So I'm going to leave those in front. And then to make some room, I love textiles. I love crocheted blankets. I have a section for that in my Etsy shop. I have 4 in there right now, and I'm trying to get more. So I know a lot of you will love this one. This one has great fall colors. It's got the fringe, hand crocheted. It's good for like a lap throw. It might, it's folded in half right now. So I'd say it'd be more for like a crib or a kid's bed. I have washed it once in a gentle cycle. So it has like that that light yarn smell, from any blanket that's had some age. So I got this one, and I was really excited, and I'm kind of kicking myself now because the lady had a whole stack of different ones, and I kind of think that maybe I should have bought the whole stack of them, but we'll see. So there's that. And then this one I loved because it's a granny square pattern. I thought, how awesome would this be for St. Patrick's Day decor? And this one, if I stand, I mean, this one's bigger. And it's just a great one. Again, sniff test. It just has that kind of like acrylic yarn smell, because I did wash this with like a, not downy, but a Woolite gentle cycle, just because it was coming into the house, and I try to do that with all the blankets just to see how they are going to be, to make sure that they're clean for you guys. So those 2 guys will be going up in my Etsy shop for sure. And now I'm just making room. So this guy was a really cool find. I found this from the same vendor who had the piano babies, and it looks just like a, it's a fish. It's a ceramic spotted pottery piece, hand painted, and it had the W signature on it. So I actually looked this up online, and it's actually a Jorge Wilmot Mexican tonala pottery, and his pieces are going for $30 and up online. So this will not be going to my vintage booth. This one will be going online, and it may even be going on my eBay for an auction. So it's like folk art. So that was a really cool find. I like when I find things like this and I can learn about them and have some research. So I do have some more stuff from the flea market, but first I'm just going to show you these 2 Goodwill items real quick. This one had been sitting there for a while when I kept going back. It is by FTDA, made for FTDA, which was kind of like, it's kind of like a flower delivery service, kind of like 1-800-Flowers. But this one is Wise Brazil. And it's just this really cute rabbit. Now, I did notice after I got it home that part of the foot is missing. But this is the main side you see, so it is on the back. This one will be going up in my Etsy shop, and I will be noting that issue. And of course, I discount when I have things like that I didn't spot. And I do have quite a few Easter things I picked up, and I'm just going to leave them in there until Easter season comes up again next year. And then this, I was so excited to find because it was so cute. And I was just amazed that this survived the bins at Goodwill. You know, like it made it to the shelf undamaged. Are you ready for the cuteness? It is a Parmesan shaker. Still has its cork. There's no markings on the bottom, but it looks hand painted and glazed. And is she not precious? I mean, look, holding her little, oh, got her cheese here, holding her little tail. The ears aren't damaged. The glazing isn't damaged. This will definitely be going in my Etsy shop. I love pieces like this. Even in my holiday decor, I like to collect the, like I look for the 70s and 80s ceramic pieces that are hand painted by people. I love that. So now that I got those out of the way, just give me 1 second, guys, and I will be right back with you. Alright, I am back. I just wanted to clear some of the ceramics out of the way for this mamma jamma pile here. There's more I couldn't even pick up. So I got some ephemera. If you don't know, I love photography. I'm a collector of vintage photography in that I collect cabinet cards. Some of them, because my collection is getting a bit large, I will be putting some of the originals up in my Etsy shop. I plan to start hopefully by the fall an ephemera section. I'm still working it out because I'm trying to figure out what supplies I need to make sure that the paper goods safely arrive to you guys. So this is the first piece I picked up. I just couldn't resist this guy's little face over here. I mean, he's like, did Santa just walk in the room? I mean, I love it. So that was my first piece. And then this one I picked up because I loved her expression, like, are we done yet? Can I like go play with my dolls? And this one says Muscatine, Iowa, Oscar Grossheim. And this one had no writing on the back. So I love to pick these up when I see them. This one, the baby, this was probably like a christening photo. The eyes got me on this one. I just love the eyes. That was cute. And then I picked up this for myself. This is Little Angel's Christmas Assortment. It's just a box. It's an empty box. But I thought that this would be really cute on a shelf for Christmas decor. So I'm going to keep this for myself and use this at Christmas time to build a little vignette. So those were the things I got for me. And now I got this whole stack. The guy offered me $5 for this whole stack of music. And I was like, sure, because I don't know what's in it. So I know there's a lot. I'm not going to go through it all with you, but I've got some Christmas melodies. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go through it all, and I'm going to make up little ephemera kits for my Etsy shop. And some of it I will leave, like this one, Christmas Melodies. I'm not going to break this apart. This book itself will be available on my Etsy. There's just some pianos. Then there's a couple of these random, just like vintage great graphics. Like I think this one got Elizabeth Taylor. She's over here. This one, I can't remember his name right now, but I recognize him from White Christmas. And it's just a single pieces of paper. So like this, and something like I have 4 pieces that are like that. So these would go into a lot of they're just covers or they're single songs. So this would go into like a lot of 4 on my Etsy. And then there's some really old pieces in here. There's some hymn books. And then there are just, you know, like singles that have great graphics. Trying to find another one. Like, I love the art on this one. Now this was cool. This I might keep for me, Christmas carols for the very young, just because I love the artwork. And I think that would be really cool in a vignette. So this one may end up staying with me, or I may end up selling it. We will see. It was originally $1.50. and my cat doesn't like the doors closed, and I'm filming, so you may hear her yelling. So this one like has great graphics and says 1968. Rockville Center, New York. So I just thought these were great. Like this has all sorts of We Three Kings. So I think this one I may end up keeping, and I still have to go through this whole pile. Like there's this. This one will go in my shop. This I thought was really cool. My first songbook, Family Songs for Piano. Everything on the back is 75 cents. Let's see if I can find a date on this one. We're only at 16 minutes, so I'm just going to take a few minutes to look at these. This one has copyright 1937. So this one will probably go up as is in my Etsy. Some vintage Florida recreation maps, Putnam County. I'll have to look up what that is. And then there's just like stacks of music like this. So these will go into like an ephemera kit. This, I don't know what this is. It's got great 70s colors. And then I think I'm getting into, there's like Barry Manilow. So some of these that aren't quite as ephemera-like will probably end up on my eBay. Like, I have no idea what this one is. So ones like this might end up on my eBay. But then like older ones like this will end up in my Etsy because of the graphics. Oh wow, here's a flashback. Oh my goodness, flashback. I vaguely remember that show. So like I said, that's only half the pile, guys. Play them, rags. Like just great graphics. Teaching Little Fingers to Play, children's playbook. That'll go up in my Etsy. The Waltz You Saved For Me. Oh, here's, oh wow. I think this one's got, I don't want to do it wrong because I know these artists. Oh, Fred Astaire, Jane Powell. I was going to say Frank Sinatra, but it's a little water damaged. And then you've got like just books of piano pieces. This is really heavy. Some really old piano books. And then this is like the last one. So this was a really, this is why I ended up breaking them into 3. But I'm excited to start getting into this paper. I'm excited. I have to figure out how to safely store it, how to safely ship it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you like these haul videos. If you do, remember to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It also helps me if you leave a comment below. YouTube likes it when there's thumbs up and when there's comments. If you're not sure what to comment, you could say something you liked, something you know about one of these things. If you have a question, you know, if you're interested in a piece and it hasn't sold yet, anything like that. I love all positive feedback, you know, and I'm learning too. So thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I hope everyone's having a happy, safe, healthy summer. Take care out there, and I will be back with another haul video with you next week. See you then.